Good morning, students. As we have started Unit 2, Wild Duck, and the author of this story was Ramesh Guneskera, who was born in Sri Lanka and then he started living in Britain. Having spent his early years in Sri Lanka, he explores many aspects of his native land in his writing. So his fiction has been translated into many languages. So this is all about the poet, and now we have already gone through the explanation through page number 10 and 11, and today we will see page number 12. As I have further told you in the story about the wild duck, and you have also read the chapter that the wild ducks are coming from the red volcanic hill, and the conversation is going in between father and son. They both are sitting in a motionless boat, and their guns are resting on their knees, and they are sitting facing each other. So now the color of the lake becomes orange, red, mauve, and now the father is saying that, are you ready to shoot the birds? And then immediately after sometimes um, the birds started to come from the red volcanic hill, and it had covered the sky just like a clouds. And the boy don't wanted to shoot the birds, but watching birds was his passion. And now as these birds comes through the sky, and what happened, his father is ready with the gun. He shooted the birds unless and until the all the bullets has been used up, but not even a single bird has been shot, and all the bullets have gone in vain. So after watching the birds for a few minutes, this boy has also taken initiative. He has just started firing. He has to fire in and shot that birds into one shot. The instruction has been given by his father. So he has taken his gun in his hand, and took the rifle, and he has kept the paddle in the boat, and just he shoot the bird. So he has explosion has happened, and he shook the boat, and the lake rippled. So just with the one shot, he shoot the bird, and very fast the bird has fallen down, and another bird has taken his place, because in the way animals naturally behave without having or to think, they learn how to act. And then the bird has been fallen into the bulrushes, and now the boy wanted to go and take the body of the that bird, and he wanted to see them. And the bulrushes are the tall plants that grow near the rivers and lakes. So now the boy moved the boat against the um, large flock of wild ducks moving together, and flying around in a circle. His arms, the arms of the boys were shaking involuntarily as he pulled the paddle through the black water to see the condition of the wild duck. Now let's move on to page number 12, and I'll do the reading for you. And here are some words I have marked, and these are the words which have got special meanings, I'll tell you while explaining the chapter. So here, let us do together. I hope you have opened your book and please see the explanation. I think I can see it, he said, leaning forward. So now the boy said that I can see the part of the bird. You can see in the picture also here the part of the bird. The bird has been fallen down into the water and the color of the lake has become red with the blood of the bird. So now the boy said that I think that I can see it. And leaning forward means he bent forward his shoulders and body to see the bird. There was a lump floating on the water. On it was a broken wing pointing at the sky, like the ragged sail of a toy boat. The boy lifted the paddle and they glided up to it. He bent over the side and scooped it up. So now the lump means a piece of something solid of any size or shape. You can see here the body of the duck, that means lump, is floating on the water, and you can see the wing has been broken and this part is pointing at the sky, like a ragged sail of toy boat. Ragged means old and torn. Sail of a toy boat is floating on the water. The boy lifted the paddle and they glided up to it. So the boy has lifted the paddle. As I have told you what is the meaning of paddle, I have told you that what is paddle. A paddle is a short pole with a broad blade at one on both ends, used to move a small boat. So he took up the paddle and glided up to it. So he has now start rowing the boat towards the body of the duck. He bent over it and side and scooped it up. Now the boy bent, he put his half body and over the side and to make a hole in something or to pick it up, and he just pick up the duck and see how dangerously he hurt the duck. Now what happened? Well done, the man said. So the father said that well done. His son was silent. His son didn't want to speak something because he don't want to shoot the duck. Only watching the birds was his passion. The duck was big, helpless, touching its soft feathers and its thin bony neck. The boy looked frightened at what he had done. So now the duck was big in size and it was helpless because her wings was broken. Touching his soft feathers and thin bony neck, the boy looked frightened, means full of fear and worry that what he has exactly done with this little creature, with the beautiful creature. He shoot him and now this bird is half dead and half alive. Then the duck lifted up its head. Look, it's not dead. When the boy has lifted up the duck also lifted up its head, and the boy said to his father that look, it is not dead. That means the duck was not dead. And the duck is still alive. The blood seemed to flow again in the boy's arms. He breathed in relief. The duck looked blank. So the blood seemed to means the blood started to flow again in the boy's arms, and he breathed in relief. But the duck looked blank. That means no life. That means the bird is having no life in it. It was empty. The boy stroked its head. I want to go home. So now the boy is shaking his head, and he said roughly that he wants to go home. So you will have to look after it. Now the father said that if you are taking this duck home, you have to look after this duck. You have to take care of this duck. Now the boy replied, I know, I want to. So now the boy realized what he has done, and he is finding himself very guilty. And he said that I know, I want to take care of this duck. At home, the boy bandaged the wing and learned to feed the maimed duck. He spent hours watching it waddle about the backyard. Sometimes it would stretch its neck and try to flap its lopsided wing, but it could never fly again. So here at home, when the boy and the father reached at home, the boy bandaged, that means he bind up the wings of the bird and learned to feed the maimed. Maimed means injured so severely that the part of the body no longer worked as it should. So the maimed duck, the body was not no longer worked as it should be because it was so severely injured. He spent hours watching it waddle. So now the boy spent hours, many hours, watching the bird walk with short steps, swinging the body from one side to other about the backyard. What is the backyard? An area behind the back of the house made up of cements and bricks, and it is type of a storeroom. Sometimes it would stretch means to pull something so that it become longer or wider. Sometimes she used to stretch her neck so it become longer, and try to flap its lopsided wing. Lopsided means not equal balanced wings, because it was very severely injured, and now the body of the bird cannot become as it is as it was before the boy shoot that bird. But it could never fly again. So now the bird wants to fly, but it could never fly again. One day the man asked his son, where's the gun? One day the man come to his son and asked his son, where is the gun? So the boy answered, I threw it away, he said defiantly. So the boy answered and said that I threw it away, boldly refusing to obey his father. His father asked him and he refused. His father asked that where is the gun? He refused. He refused that he threw it away. You what? asked the man, shocked at his son's boldness. So, you what means? A way of expressing unpleasant surprise, a short form of what was it you said you did. That the man wanted to say that to his son that you have done, means he was surprised to say that what you have done exactly. You thrown the gun, you have threw away it. So asked the man, shocked and his at his son's boldness. Boldness means not hesitate or fearful. It's a bold answer. It was mine. You gave it to me. Now the son said to his father that the gun was mine and you have gave it to me, but it didn't kill your duck. It gave you your duck. Father said to his son that the gun didn't kill your duck. It gave you your duck back. Now see, it made me sick. The man felt the blood pumping on his head. And then he was filled with sense of peace. He found he was relieved the gun had gone. So now this boy said that this gun make me totally sick. He was not feeling well with the gun. The man felt the blood pumping to his head. That means the anger was so much there in his heart and head that he found that the blood is pumping in his head and he can feel the sound of the heartbeats and the pumping of the blood in his head. So he was full of anger and then he was filled with sense of peace. After some times he was filled with sense of peace. He found he was relieved that the gun has gone. He found that he was pleased because your fear or worry has been taken away and the gun had gone forever. So here children, the poet wants to convey the message to you that killing animals or teasing them or making them irritate is not good. They are the part of the environment. Once you have done something wrong with the animals, definitely you will see that how they react with all these things. No, they are the beautiful creatures that God has created for us. Many times you can see many of the birds, many of the animals that you have never seen before. You feel very glad. Sometimes you see elephants, you feel glad to see how huge animal it is. So this story conveys the message that you should also take care of the environment and animals. Do not hurt them and do not make them irritate, and take care of the environment as well as the animals. So I hope that you have understood this story. This is page number 12 and 13 explanation. Now this story of the wild duck has been completed. The summary of the story is you have already understood that there is a communication done between a boy and his father. They both went for the hunting of the wild duck and the father pointed at the red volcanic hill and he said to his son that they will come from that side. And after that they have been watching to the hillside for a long time, facing each other in a motionless boat. They are sitting and the guns were resting on their knees. So after some times, the ducks have started to come, and watching the birds was the passion of this boy. He didn't want to kill the birds, and when the birds started to come, the color of the lake was before that orange, red and mauve, and from the sky. But when the birds started to come, it became black and dark, because the ducks that are coming through were many millions in group. So the flurry of birds. So now his father has taken up his gun, and he started shooting, and his father shot until the all the bullets had been used up. And what happened, uh, this boy watched carefully, and for the as instructed by his father that you have to take the bird in one shot, he has done exactly the same. He shot at the bird, and he had shot the head of the leader of the bird, and the bird fell into the water, the lake, where the plants with tall stems that grows near the lakes are there into the bulrushes. And the boy was very much worried. He was very fearful, and he wanted to see the bird, that what condition exactly the bird was. So his father was very happy that his son was a good shooter, good hunter. He has taken up the leader of the birds. And what happened afterwards, the lump of the duck was floating into the water, and the boy picked up the wild duck into his hands, and the blood flows from his neck, and the body of the duck was empty. So the boy taken up the duck to home, and with his father's permission, and he wanted to take care of the bird. He has taken up the bird. He took care of the bird, and he bandaged the bird, and he learned how to feed the severely injured bird. And the bird was now no longer able to fly, because his wings were totally injured, and it can only walk with short steps, swinging the body from one side to other. So one day the man went to his son and asked that, where is my gun? So this boy repeated and gave the answer to his father very boldly, that I threw the gun. You have given me the gun. That gun was mine. So it was none of your business that what I have done with the gun. I have thrown the gun into the water or done anything. I threw that gun. Once the boy has said this, the father became very, very angry. So why, he has asked that why you have done so. He said in a very fluent word that it make me sick. So the man felt that he became very angry. He felt the blood pumping in his head, and then he is filled with peace, that he found that he is relieved, he is filled with pleasure, he is pleased, because his all fear or worry has been taken away, that the gun has been gone. So now no killing, no hunting of the birds has been done. Nobody will get hurt. So this is the story. I hope you have understood the story. Please go through the explanation and read this chapter. Thank you.